It goes back a little further than that. It actually originated, the roots of it, in 2008, at the in the parking lot of the Bohemios Tlaquepaque Market in the East End. We started there. We did that for a few years before moving it over to, the Esplanade where it is now, and we've been
Yeah.
there since. So yes, it's been a good while. We slowly cultivating the festival, over the years, and, even through COVID, we had, virtual festival. We were one of the
Yeah.
only ones that, at Talento Bilingüe Theater, we went ahead and did a, no audience, performances, and we streamed the festival those 2 years of COVID. So
Mhm.
we kept it going. And so now here we are in 2025.
Yeah.
It's something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Spotlight Houston, where we bring you the best people, places, and events in Greater Houston. Today, we're diving into the vibrant and colorful Cinco de Mayo East End Street Festival. Our host, Blanca Quezada, is joined by Lupe Olivares, Festival Director. He shares all the exciting details about this free, family-friendly event, from live music performances to ballet folklórico dancers, Aztec performances, lucha libre, wrestling, and even a circus-style acrobat show. We'll talk about all the delicious food waiting for you, from legendary Houston spots like Ninfa's, El Tiempo, and Merida, plus more than 30 food trucks. If you're looking for the perfect place to celebrate Cinco de Mayo in Houston this year, you don't want to miss this free event. This is episode 135, with an original air date of Monday, April 28th, 2025. Spotlight Houston is brought to you by Story Zone Media. And now, here's your host, Blanca Quezada.
Hi, everyone. Do you know where you're going to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo? And if you don't have any idea yet, I've got a great suggestion. And I'm talking great suggestion. Have you heard of the East End Houston? Well, it's a very historic area. It's very vibrant and diverse community. It's located between the Port of Houston downtown, close to Dyken Park, formerly Minute Maid, and the Hobby Airport. And just in case you haven't been there, let me tell you, this is the best place to go and celebrate and have a really, really great time. And it's, for everyone, including the kids. And what I think about it is that it actually feels like you've taken a mini vacation without really traveling, and you find yourself in the middle of somewhere in Mexico. It is incredible. And it's got great music, and the aromas of the food are fantastic. Lots to do, lots to see. And every year this Cinco de Mayo celebration seems to be getting bigger and bigger. So, and I think this year it promises to be just as big or bigger, actually. So with me today is Lupe Olivares. He is the director of the Cinco de Mayo Festival. And welcome to the show, Lupe. Couldn't wait to talk to you because I want to hear what's happening this year because I've been getting some great news about it.
Well, thank you, Blanca, for having me on the show this evening. Yes, we're really excited this year. Well, every year, we always make it a little bigger, a little better.
More
And since
exciting.
Oh yeah, yeah. And since COVID, it took a little while to come back, but, we're back, and, we're located, 3 blocks on Navigation, the historical, Esplanade on Navigation, the 2500 block, all the way to the 2700 block. We closed the streets. We have, a lot of, security to make the place really safe. We have, over 5 entertainment areas this year, throughout
Wow.
the
See what I
site.
mean about it getting bigger?
Yes, yes. At our kids zone, we have a circus, of acrobats. It's
Oh, yeah.
sort of a French type thing, very like a mini, Circus Soleil, but it's called
Yeah.
Circus La Vie, and,
Oh, okay.
they're going to put on two 45-minute shows, uh, during the time of the festival. The festival this year, we start a little later. We start at 3 p.m. and we're going to 9 p.m. this year
Okay.
versus what we used to do, 12 to 6. Um, we just did a lot of research, and there's a lot of people that work on Saturday, and we wanted to give them a chance to get off from their job and come to the festival, and enjoy all the different
Yeah.
entertainment areas that we have
Yeah.
this year.
And this is a festival that's been going on. I was talking about it being around for a very long time. And this festival has been going since 2012, right?
Well, yes, it goes back a little further than that. It actually originated, the roots of it, in 2008, in the parking lot of the Bohemios Tlaquepaque Market in the East End. We started there. We did that for a few years before moving it over to the Esplanade where it is now, and we've been
Yeah.
there since. So yes, it's been a good while. We slowly cultivating the festival over the years, and even through COVID, we had virtual festival. We were one of the
Yeah.
only ones that at Talento Bilingüe Theater we went ahead and did no audience performances, and we streamed the festival those 2 years of COVID. So
Mhm.
we kept it going. And so now here we are in 2025.
Yeah.
It's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you started mentioning the Cirque that
The
you've got, kind of like Cirque du Soleil, but it's Cirque La Vie.
Circus Levy, yes, they're
Oh, okay.
amazing acrobats. The kids are going to love it. That's one of
Yeah.
our 5 entertainment areas. The other
Yeah. Who else have you got in these plaza areas?
yes. Well, in next to the kids area, there's an area that we call the Noche de Cumbia area, and Wonky Power is sponsoring that area. They're bringing in a stage and a lot of new style of electronic cumbia that's really big amongst the youth
Yeah,
these
yeah.
days. Yeah, and the plazas. There's two plazas. There's Plaza de Piñatas and Plaza de Luchas. And on our Plaza de Piñatas, which is in the middle of the Esplanade, we're going to have three different dancers throughout the day. They're La Semana Folklórico.
Oh, they're
Uh,
really good.
yeah, also Ballet Folklórico, Mexico Vive, and La Piel. They're very good. A student, we usually, book a lot of student um, schools because, this is what it's for. It's for community building and what we
Right,
do
right. It's
here.
for people of all ages.
Exactly. The other plaza, Plaza de Luchas, is exactly that. We're going to have lucha there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're going to have real luchadores coming in.
With
There's
the
going to be,
mask and all.
oh yeah, it's called
Wow.
Libre. It's being brought by Coliseo Houston, and they're located here in the East End. And every Sunday they have lucha libre at their gym,
Yeah.
and it's the real deal. I mean, these guys are semi-professional, but they're like really, really good. And
I bet they're going to be very entertaining, especially for the kids.
oh yeah, and speaking of the kids, in between the matches, the kids can get up on the ring and do their own, you know. Um,
Oh,
so it's interactive.
uh-huh.
Those are our two plazas: Plaza de Luchas, de la Piñatas, Circus de la Vida, Noche
Excuse me,
de
the Plaza de
Cumbia.
las Piñatas, are kids going to be able to break piñatas or adults break
No, it
piñatas?
is just called that. But this is what we have: ballet folklórico. We have mariachi singers. We have more of the traditional Cinco de Mayo sound in that area. Um,
Oh, okay.
the same with the Plaza de Luchas. There'll be a DJ that plays all the traditional music, and we also have a tribute to the Queen of Tejano, sung by Carla G. She's really wonderful. She'll be singing two different shows, one at the Plaza de Piñatas, one at Plaza de Luchas, in between the matches. But our grand gem of the stage, our main stage.
My
There's
understanding is that you're going to have a lot of, or several actually, award-winning musicians.
Yes, our main stage is going to host three three artists on the stage. There'll be some dancing, Azteca dancing off the stage in between the musical program. But Sam Knight is a local artist that during the Astros last World Series. Um, he won the contest for the best Houston Astro World Series song, and
Oh, wow.
he's become real popular. He's going to open the show on the main stage. One of our co-headliners is Sunny Sauceda. He's three-time Grammy winner in the Tejano genre here.
Yeah,
He's from
he's
San
really
Antonio.
good.
He's really good. 2 years ago, he was at the accordion kings and queens here at the Miller Theater, and it just electrified 5,000 people on the hill. It was unbelievable. He's amazing. He's a great guy, great father. His band is super cool, and the sound is so different from any other Tejano bands that I've seen before, and they're all
Yeah, he's
obviously
pretty
good.
original.
He is. And then our main headliner is from Austin, Texas, Del Castillo. This is a family band. The last name Del Castillo is Mark and Rick, and another one of their brothers. And they are an amazing band. They've been on many movie soundtracks, Robert Rodriguez movies, Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah, I think he did some music for Bill Kill.
Yes, they
Kill
did.
Bill, I'm sorry, it's
Yeah,
Kill
yeah, Kill
Bill.
Bill. Yeah, La
And
Malagueña.
also for Once Upon a Time in Mexico with Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts.
Yes,
So
and
they're major.
oh yeah, they are. They just got off the road with Los Lonely Boys. They were in Europe, and they're all over the place. They're wonderful friends of mine. I'm happy to say that I've shared the stage with them before, and they're just a joy to have around. And it reflects in their music. They're very passionate in their music. It's a it's a sort of a new genre that they've helped to create. It's a flamenco rock.
Yeah,
It's sort of Gypsy
they're
Kings.
unique. They're
Very
unique.
unique. It's like the Gypsy Kings meets Carlos Santana. Uh,
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable. They're very
Yeah.
very good. It's great songs, and so yes, and obviously the food is going to be amazing. We have access in that footprint. We have access to five world class restaurants. We have Merida, Doña Maria's, Ninfas, Jonathan's The Rub, and El Tiempo,
Yeah,
all within walking distance.
those are
However,
great.
with last year we had over 6,000 people show up, so we have great food trucks and also for different kinds of food trucks from tacos to chicken to antojitos mexicanos,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
gotta have those.
yeah, so there you're not going to go hungry, that's for sure. Our
Yeah.
official beer this year, our sponsor is Silver Eagle. We're going to have Modelo and Corona and some other Silver Eagle products. I'm sure Bud Light, Budweiser, and other products that they distribute. Great sponsors. They've helped a lot because this is a free festival, and it takes a lot of planning, and it takes a lot of sponsorships and grants to put this together. The East End Management District, Cultural District here in the East End, the Improvement Corporation here in the East End have always been great supporters of the festival, and have always brought in the sponsors to uh, to help this happen. Because without the sponsors,
Yeah.
we just can't do it.
Right. And I'm sure that next year's festival, you'll start planning it right after this one shuts down, right?
I like to take at least a month off, you know.
But there's a lot to do because once everybody gets there, they're going to see how exciting and vibrant it is, all the different colors, the music, and there's just a lot of excitement going on. And like you said, you have 5 areas, 5 stages or plaza where you can decide, hey, I want to go hear this guy, or I want to go see these dancers, or hear this music. Are you having mariachis this year?
Yes, we have Cesar Mundo will be performing twice at the Plaza de Piñatas.
See, so we have a choice. We have a choice of who we want to go see.
Oh, you know, and I forgot to mention because we have so many different areas. We have a thing on the Esplanade. It's called the Music Box,
Oh,
and
what's the music box?
the Music Box is we use the Music Box year round at the Esplanade, and it's part of the East End Market every Sunday. That that Julian Garcia runs on Sundays with all the vendors, and he brings in and hires bands and things. So in this music box, it's a container that's been painted like a colorful boom box, and the doors open and it becomes a stage. And we're going to have a Tejano band called the Dukes. They're here from the East End. All these bands are here from the East End. Dime Que Si, Tequila Vibe, and the Zenteno Spirit from the Zenteno family will be performing here
Oh,
at the
wow.
Music
They should
Box.
be really good. The
So,
Centenos, very well known family.
yes, yes. So they'll be performing there, and we encourage people to bring. We have some seating, but we expect a big crowd. So bring bring your fold chairs, your folding chairs. That way you can sit down wherever and
Oh,
listen to whatever
good.
you want to hear and all that. Bring your folding chairs. But don't bring your coolers because we have to help the vendors that are selling things here.
Yeah, I mean, you
Uh,
have 30 local food vendors
oh
that are
yes,
going to
we
be there.
yeah, food
I mean,
vendors and they sell waters and cokes and whatever. They sell iced teas and we have to bring your cash or your credit card. Usually it's cashless nowadays. It just
yeah,
everybody pays with their debit and support the local economy. The festival is free, and you're going to have access to 5 different stages with top of the line professional, world renowned artists.
yeah,
So come and help and invest in our local economy with our local
yeah,
vendors, arts and
mm,
crafts, food and drinks.
yeah, yeah. And I know that because it's in the community, a lot of people ride bikes. Can they come in with their bikes?
Yes, bring your bikes. I mean, once it gets pretty crowded, you'll just have to walk them or lock them up. I mean, the blocks they're old blocks from back in the day. They're not like the big giant city blocks, but um,
Right.
um, this is a very historic area. This is where the fajita became famous. Mama Ninfa's started barbecuing fajitas back in the 60s, and nobody knew what they were. And this is a
Yeah.
special area, the East End. This is Segundo Barrio. We call
Yeah,
it
it's
Second Ward.
yeah. It's also right by the Buffalo Bayou where actually Houston started, was
Yes.
founded.
Well, yeah,
So,
this is the birthplace of Houston. The
yeah.
sun rises in the East End. And, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
um, and we're very proud of our area. We with the help of the management district over the last 15, 20 years, the area has really come up in cleanliness, and it's a living art gallery. You can drive through this area and see huge murals everywhere,
Yeah, beautiful murals.
and they tell a
Yeah, I was about
story.
to say you have a lot of great artists in the area. So are you going to have the arts and crafts booths also?
Oh yes, yes. Our artists from all local artists from the Houston area, from the East End. We're also honoring a great legend from the Houston East End that passed away last year in 2024. Fito Olivares, we're honoring Fito as uh, for his world-renowned cumbia sound that came out of the East End, and great songs that are played today to this day by many artists all over the world play his cumbias, and
Be playing? Are you going to be playing his cumbia music during the cumbia night?
I'm sure they will. I haven't seen their set list, but Fito Olivares is not far from the list. Juana La Cubana is one of his greatest hits.
Yeah, yeah, that is fun. That was fun. So this is happening this Saturday. This festival is happening this Saturday from 3 to 9, right?
May
May
3rd,
3rd.
May 3rd from 3 to 9. I get there a little bit earlier, and plan to stay a long time. There's plenty to do. There's plenty to see. The city of Houston is one of our sponsors, and it's you know it's a professional inner city wonderful cultural arts festival
Yeah.
that
And you can just
that
people
really.
watch too. You can people watch as well. Bring in your chairs
Oh
and just sit
yeah.
there and people watch.
Yes, there's so much things to do. Interactive things going on all throughout the footprint. And plenty to do with mom and dads and their kids, and plenty of places to sit down and rest. And the food court is wonderful. The food court is sponsored by the Meat Planet, another one of our great sponsors on navigation. They're a meat distributor. They distribute all the high class restaurants all over the city, and they also sell to the public. But they've joined the last year helping the festival. Like I said, without our sponsors, it's not easy to put this quality festival together.
Yeah. Do you expect the mayor to show up this year?
In the past, different mayors have shown up. They usually send me an email, but I haven't heard anything yet. But of course, mayor and
We
other
still have a
elect.
few days to go before the event.
Right? Yes. Of course, the mayor and other elected officials from the area are welcome to come and enjoy themselves. Um, you know, uh, and the whole thing behind this festival, besides the history aspect of the Mexicans defeating the French in the Battle of Puebla, which is the historical backdrop to the Cinco de Mayo. We also promote human tolerance to other people's cultures, by inviting other people to come and enjoy this culture,
Yeah.
and enjoy and enjoy the food, enjoy the music, enjoy the dance, and
Yeah, and
you know
from
the
my understanding is that the East End is very culturally diverse as well.
it is over the last 20 years. The East End, let me just back up a little bit. The East End in the mid 1800s was, like we talked about, the birthplace of Houston, right? And it even was in Houston. It was called Harrisburg. Over the years, the East End has hosted many different communities and cultures. Uh, the Mexicans were here from when it was Mexico, uh, and then you had mid 1800s. You had immigrants coming from Eastern Europe, the Germans, Czech, Polish, and Irish people coming to Texas. In the mid 1900s, we had an influx of Italian bricklayers, and you see all the old brick around Houston. That was built by the Italian immigrants that came to Houston, and they all settled here in the East End first, and then they started moving out and creating Houston as we know it.
Well, Lupe, thank you so much for that history lesson that you've given us of the people that came into that area, and why that the East End is so important to the Houston's communities.
Yes, it, I'm not a native Houstonian. I came here with my family as an 11-year-old back in 1970, and we moved here to the East End, and been here ever since. Um,
You've been a
so
witness to the development in that
I,
area.
you know, I just don't. Yes, and a lot of my friends, they moved to the suburbs and all that, and my brother and all that, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. So I stayed in the inner
Yeah.
city. We're just
Um,
inner city little
so,
rats. That's what we are.
as I was mentioning at the beginning of the show, um, it's really like taking a step back into Mexico, even though you haven't um, had to fly or drive or whatever to get there, but it's like just a blink and you're in Mexico. And it's great. It's great. It's very relaxing, a lot of fun, and I mean, you have all the artists, the craftspeople, the food, the music, just the whole ambience of the place is it's great.
Yes, it is. I mean, when it's happening, you're really tired. You've been, working at hours and hours, and when you see all the kids having fun and all the colors and the
And
music and the
6,000 or
dancing
people or
and
more
the smell
there,
of the
you
food and
know?
all that, uh, and you just go right, and we just go, wow, it's worth
Right,
every
right,
every
right,
little
right,
bit
right.
of the
So again,
sweat
you
and
can
tears, they
enter
say.
from whatever end of the street to get into the festival. It's free, and just, you know,
Yeah, if they could log on to easternstreetfest.com, easternstreetfest.com, we have the full lineup, how to get
yeah.
there, where to go. It's just get there early. It's street parking, you have to park somewhere, and then walk your way in.
Do you
Get
volunteers?
there, the closer you'll be to the gates. It'd be great to have people who volunteer. They can reach me directly, or they can go to the website easternstreetfest.com, and there's a tab there where they can contact
Okay. So
and
again,
ask for me to turn the
festival
email.
goers can explore more than 30 food trucks, art vendors, enjoy traditional dance performances, cumbia music, all kinds of music, diverse music, um, and even a Cirque du Soleil kind of performance. Um, I mean, it's just so much, so much. I can't even mention it all. So, Lupe, thank you so much for being here, and for letting us know why the East End's historic community is the best place to be to celebrate the Cinco de Mayo festivities. And but we just have to remember that it's going to be this Saturday, May the 3rd, from 3 to 9, so that we will be there, just or be there earlier if you want.
Yeah, yeah. We are in 2012 is when we moved to the Esplanade, but we had already done it a few years prior to that, and every year it just gets a little bigger and a little bigger and a little bigger. So come on and have some fun.
Thank you. And of course, I'd like to thank you all for being with me and for listening to all the great um, festivities happening at the East End for Cinco de Mayo. But before you get there, make sure that you get to go to the parade, the Cinco de Mayo parade happening downtown as well. And then right after that, head on over to the East End and enjoy all the food and entertainment that you can. And of course, make sure that you send me your comments and any story ideas too.